Hi, and welcome back to this Introduction to Google Classroom video series. This is Beginner Skills 4, Understanding Assignment Settings. So in this video, we're going to learn about the difference between a quiz and an assignment, how to add the assignment to the correct topic, how to set point values for assignments, how to make individual copies and/or shared files for students, how to share assignments with more than one class, and how to create a dummy assignment. Okay, so we're back in Google Classroom, right where we left off. We're still in the People tab, and since this video is all about assignments, we are going to be in classwork. So let's go over to classwork. Now, we're going to look at the difference between what is a quiz and an assignment. And this is a semi-important distinction. When you click this Create button, you get all these options here. And one of them, the two at the top, are Assignment and Quiz Assignment. Now, an assignment, I'll show you. An assignment, when you open it, it's just fresh and empty, and you can do whatever you want to with it. And if you go to Quiz Assignment, the difference is that a quiz assignment automatically defaults to attaching a blank quiz in the form as a Google form. So what it's done is it's gone into your Google Classroom Drive folder, generated what's called a blank quiz for you to click on and for you to go edit, and you could rename it and you can make all your questions. That's fine. However, I never use this function. I basically never click quiz assignment because the way I teach, I make the quizzes myself beforehand, and then when I decide to create it in the classroom, I'm really just going to assignment and I'm adding it manually. I set up my Google Forms separately and I make them like that. So you can do it how you want, but that is the fundamental difference. I just generally always make something as an assignment. So let's just go through a few of the options you have here. Let's see. Let's make an assignment, and let's create a Google Doc, and let's just call this is a writing course. Okay, summary 1. And I'm just going to put something up here, and it says instructions. Summarize it could be anything, but this is just an example. The reading from Unit 1. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, so that is an untitled document. It should probably refresh later. It'll say Summary 1. I believe it will. And I'm going to call this, again, Summary 1. Sorry, I hit Tab. Summary 1. And I'd put the instructions in here again. Summarize I forgot what I wrote. Unit 1 reading. Something like that. And we've got this document attached. And we have this option pane here, and right now it says students can view the file, but you have the options to allow students to edit the file, or the version that I think is most useful for teachers, make a copy for each student. So think of this just as a digital copy machine. Instead of giving them a paper copy, you're giving all students in your class their own digital version of this document. This is very handy, and when Google does this, it's going to generate a copy of this document, and it's going to append the student name to the document title individually. And this is very handy. So I would go like this. I would usually default to make a copy for each student. And then I want this to be under, we need to create a topic because it's not course information. So I'm going to create a new topic. And I'm going to call this, I could do a Unit 1. I'm just going to call it Summary Writing. I'm going to make a new topic called Summaries. Okay, that's a new topic. And in the grade category, I'm going to call it Summary Writing Tasks. I can set the point value as I want. I can make it ungraded. It's a summary. Let's make it 10 points. And We'll do more with this later, but I can set a due date, and let's just say I give them 1 week. And I could set even the time. I could say I want it at let's just say I want it at 12:30 p.m. I want it right around lunchtime. Okay, there's a lot more we can do here, oh yeah, and as a reminder, you can add this if we had more than one research writing course. We could go through and we could click, but for now I'm not going to. But you could add to multiple classes at once. I'm going to share it with all students, and I'm going to assign it. And so let's check and see how that looks when it comes up. Let's see what it does to our classroom. Great. So we've got a new topic. We made a new topic from within that assignment, actually. And we've got this assignment. This icon here means assignment. See how it's different from this icon, which is just material. And it says what the due date is, and we've got these 3 arrows. And as a teacher, we can edit the assignment, delete it, or copy the link. If we click on it, we can expand it. You can see the name of the document is here, and we could click View Assignment. This is the teacher's view. If we had students, we would see all the students here. We would see how many have turned it in, etc. And we can see the instructions. This is what students see here. Okay. Now let's go back and let's create another assignment. One that's often useful is a question, and it's exactly what it sounds like. And so let's say I want to ask a question. How difficult was this reading? Okay, because they had to read some passage, I guess, for this unit 1 that they had to summarize. And I can give them the option to answer it as a short answer or as a multiple choice. And I'm going to say too easy, easy, I don't know, they like the word so-so, and impossible. Okay. You can ask this question. You can add it to a category. Let's do it to summary writing tasks. Let's just make it ungraded. You could change points if you want it. Let's make it do. Let's say I want it the same time. I want it 12:30 next week. 12:30 p.m. And I'm going to add it to the summaries topic. And then we can toggle this to see if this is like a sort of semi-private question that you don't want them to see, then you could toggle this off. But if you want students to be, aware of where they are in the class as far as this question goes, if they thought it was too easy, but some of their classmates thought it was hard, then they would be aware of that. And then again, we can ask it right away, which is the same as post for the other assignments. Schedule, save draft, or you can throw it away. I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask it right away. Okay. Now you'll see that as we add assignments or add content underneath a topic, Google Classroom defaults to putting the most recently added thing at the top. And I think this is quite intuitive. I think it helps students always see when they check into Google Classroom, the very first thing they see is the most recent stuff. And I think that's good. And they can see, what category it's under and when it's due. So I think that's quite useful. I'd like to show one more type of assignment that I call a dummy assignment. And I'm just going to create assignment. And I'm not going to add anything down here. And at OJ, we often do like X reading or English Central. So let's just say this class, I think this class will actually have English Central. And those of you who are familiar with English Central know that it's generally 10% of the overall course grade. I'm going to make it a 100-point assignment, and if I had added, in fact, I can do that. I'll save this as a draft. Let's go back. This is a good example of where you go. So we're going to go, let me slow down. We're going to go back to the classroom. We're going to go to the settings. I'm going to go to the bottom, and I have yet to add English Central as a grade category. So I'm going to add English Central, and I need it to be 10%, right? Oh, but I'm over. I'm negative 10%. I've used too much. So let's just say I'm going to take 10% away from SA1. And so now we're back at 100. I need to click Save to save that setting. And I'm going to go back to this assignment. So it's saved as a draft. It's gray. I'm gonna edit. I'm going to add it to. Oh, I should probably make a new topic. I'm going to create a topic for X reading. Sorry, it was English Central. English Central. And then I can add it. I can add the grade category as English Central, and I can assign it. Now, this is a dummy assignment because there's nothing for students to attach or turn in here. But I can still, as a teacher, go in and view the grade, and again, all the student names would be here, and I can manually adjust as the semester goes based off whatever their English Central grade is. That's not one of the assignments, English Central or X Reading. That's not one of those that Google is going to automatically grade or update for you. You're going to have to do that manually, but you can still put that grade into Google Classroom, and it's very good idea that you do so that students can actually check their composite grade for the entire course in Google Classroom at any time. Okay, I think, have I covered all of the things I want to cover? Oh, one thing I would probably do is if I want to, English Central, I would probably want to keep it, I don't want it to be the first thing they see. I probably would want the most recent thing to be summaries, what they're currently working on the most. And I would just click and hold and drag English Central down. And you can see by doing that, I'm able to rearrange where things display in the course. And yeah, so if we do that, I think that's good for this video. You can see that we've made 3 types of assignments: a written assignment, a question assignment, and a dummy assignment. And we've made a couple new categories. So I think that's good for this video. Now it's your turn to try for yourself. So I think you should probably try to make a new topic. It could be a unit name or whatever is appropriate for the course you've created, your Google Classroom. And I'm going to advise that you make 3 assignments, all nested under the newly created topic. I'm going to suggest you make a written assignment in Google Docs to be completed individually and send it to your students. Make it worth 10 points. I'd like you to make a question assignment, ungraded. And then I'd like you to make a dummy assignment for an ongoing graded project, such as X Reading or English Central. Make it worth 100 points.